I got the sneezes this morning. Doesn't help that I'm cold. Alright. Doesn't help that I'm cold. For all those watching here, I'm just turning the sound off on my laptop so that we can all see. I'd like to be able to see your comments. And I am in my fabulous dress I made yesterday with the belt that I said I was going to wear. Looks lovely with a white belt. Now, this outfit, I've got a pink jacket in case I get cold because it is not actually warm here. But the big plan is the green jacket I have to make. It's like this awesome lime green and it will go great with this dress. So that is the big plan there. But that's not today's problem because I have to go food shopping and stuff today, so we won't get a second video in, unfortunately. Morning, Karen, Shelley, Jaded, and Mother. So it's the 1st of spring in Australia right now. So I'm wearing my beautiful spring outfit. But because I am freezing, I have like tights on that have fluff on the inside, so I'm not actually freezing. It's supposed to be a top of 21 today. However, right now it is very cold. And I'm really hoping I don't run out of white thread. I know I've got another one somewhere, but it has escaped me, which is not a great life plan for today. So you guys all requested a live. So I'm doing, I don't know if you remember, but I did a dress. I had gathers at the back and like buttons with a collar. So I'm doing this. I did it in a green fabric of some description. And so this one I'm going to do is yellow because it's great to just chuck on when it's warmer and it looks really, really good with a summer hat. Morning, Helen. I also have some fun things. I got mail this morning. It's not at all clothing related. It is bag related. Let me just do a bobbin. Hold on. I have to say, I do love my dress so much. Right, now that that's stopped making noise. Yes, it's all about the belt. So because it's got white in the background, I thought a nice bright white belt. If I had like cool white earrings, that would look cool too, but I don't. So I'm wearing green ones. They're like, I don't know, Monsetta leaves or something. I got them for $1 on eBay. So this is my fabulous dress. I ironed it. I love it. It is awesome. But before we get started on the clothing, I got mail from my template guy. I should give him a name better than template guy. But I will be offering, you guys requested it, and so I have done it because that's who I am, templates for rivet placement on 1-inch straps and 1.5-inch straps. So they coincide with the hardware that I sell because I have 1.5-inch and I have 1-inch. So it's got 2 templates. It's got 1 rivet and then the 2 rivets. So yay, I have those. And then this is very awesome. These are strap connector templates. Now I know it's really hard to see, but it's got, how many is there? They're labeled. I think there's like 14 different shapes of strap connectors. So they've got, this is my favorite. Where is it? I don't know why. I love this one. It's big, but I like it. It's a very cool shape. So anyway, this will be another set. So they are pre-drawn strap connectors and they all have a 1-inch part here. So I will show someone how to use, I'll do like a sewing candy video on how to use them, but they've got like all these really funky different shapes. So there is 14 shapes, so that will be sold as a set and it comes on a cute little string. Yeah, that's probably why I like it. It looks like a knife. See? Acrylic Master. Oh, I love that. From now on, he will be known as the Acrylic Master. That is a great, I'm going to tell him that he's been named if his wife doesn't do it before me. So he was waiting for me to get them so that I can approve them. I approve them. They are fabulous. So they will be up on the website in the next 48 hours. I just need to get the pricings from him because he sent these to me without me paying, which is very naughty of him. So I will be sending him money once he's done that. But these are like the trials. They are a thicker plastic so that they won't bend. They're not super bendy, which is good. It means they won't snap easy, but I love them. So you can now place rivets correctly every time and make, oh, there's even a round one. That'll be hell to sew, but it'll look so cool. Anyway, I'm very excited about these. I'm weirdly excited. It's fun. So these will be, the set will come with all of those, and this set will come with all 14. I will not be separating them, so you could just buy one, because that's way too hard. You will just buy the pack. I know somebody's going to ask me, so that's why I'm saying it now. So anyway, that will be the pack of 14 different strap connectors, and this will be 4, so the 1 inch and the 1.5 inch rivet placement settings. I will also have, I don't know if you guys have seen this or not yet, but I also have a boxed corner template. Now, I'm not offering this yet because this is going to come in the first subscription box. I don't remember if I told you that or not yet, so I'm telling you now. So I technically have 3 new lots of templates. It's very exciting. Right, onto the actual sewing part. That's that done. But yeah, so the rivet template and the strap connectors should be up as soon as I get a reply for the pricings. I'll just put them straight up. I know, the belt just makes it. It's nice and bright. I got this on eBay. I think it was $7. I don't spend a lot of money on clothes. I just like to look fabulous, but also cheap. Fashion doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg. This fabric was clearance at Spotlight. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's a clearance one. I think all the fabric I buy is clearance because I bought 3 meters of this. So from my 3 meters, I got this whole maxi dress and I got a really cute little top, which I will wear another day. It's also very summery. It's got like a flounce. It's got a peplum. It's adorable is what it is. Anyway, so I've got a top and a maxi dress out of the 3 meters that I bought of this fabric. Now, I haven't made this in a while, so I don't really remember what I'm doing, but I did find the perfect buttons in the stash my mother gave me, which is another thing I'm trying to do is get through all my buttons, because I have a lot of buttons, and it's growing out of control. So the sleeves are pretty easy. I'm going to start with the sleeves because they're on top. This will not be sewn in the order of the pattern. So we all know I don't do that anyway, but I'm just letting you know. They always start with the darts on the front piece. I'm going to start with the sleeves because they're in my hand. I will be using my overlocker. So I will just swivel a lot to do that. Yes, I can make it without an overlocker. No, I don't want to. I own an overlocker for these reasons, because it's quicker. But if you don't own an overlocker and you still want to make clothes, all you have to do is zigzag the edge. Anyone else have a fuzzy video? Oh, it's fuzzy again. Hold on. Internet in the country sucks. I hope that is better. So today's dress is Mccalls 7314. So it's not the dress I'm wearing. I'm not making 2 of these. I don't have any fabric enough to make another one of these. So that's my sleeves done. Sleeves done. I'm just going to add it in the pile to overlock, and I'll try and do it in bulk amounts. This is my collar, so I can do this piece. So I've turned off my Wi-Fi, so I'm now on my phone internet. Sometimes this is better and sometimes it's not. Unfortunately, I can't get it any better than this. This is where I live. This is why I don't necessarily do lives, but you guys request them, so I try. I can't improve my internet quality. It's just how it is, unfortunately. Have I made any of your clothes? No, Mom, it is sitting on the desk. Basically what happened is I have run out of empty tubs. So I am trying to do all of my clothes to empty the tubs to be able to do your clothes, as well as still do orders and do bag videos. But I will get your clothes done. I promise. So I'm just sewing the collar together right now. One more. Yes, thank you for being moderators, because I've been getting weirdos lately. I don't know why. I've inspired the weirdos to come out. Lucky me. I also have food and energy drink next to me today. I have a lot to do today. I want to get this done. I have to go out, play with my horse. And when I say play with, he needs lunging to build muscles and feed them. I also have to go food shopping. I have to go to the chemist. I want to get more earrings. I want to put earrings back through the other holes in my ear. What else have I got to do today? I got to do washing. I've got to cut up all the waterproof canvas that showed up. I have a lot to do today. But that won't stop me from doing a live. Nothing stops me. Really? Except my child home or my husband. Because we all saw what happened last time my husband was home. He's out field at the moment though, so that's not actually an option. Hi Dawn! I love this dress so much. I do want to make another one. I will buy more fabric when I have money. All of my money went to the vinyl, which also showed up. So I have to count that and stick that on the website. That will be available Sunday for anyone that's not in my Facebook group. I've got waterproof canvas in all the colors. And I got vinyl in some new colors, but mainly repeats. I got a dark brown because you guys keep requesting it. What time is it here? It's just gone 9 o'clock. I come on a little bit early because, like I said, I have a lot to do. So I'm just top stitching the collar right now. I probably should have put interfacing in it, but I do like the idea of a softer collar. So there's no interfacing. These things happen. I got my first video from my IG. I posted a photo of my sprained ankle that was so bruised, and he kept saying how sexy my foot was. Oh yeah, there was a foot guy on here who kept saying, record me from the angle of my foot. And I'm like, that's weird. Everyone can be into whatever they want to be in, but don't try and force me into your world, because I am not interested. Needle down, pivot. I like to top stitch this because it's less ironing later. I don't know why I'm yelling. I'm trying to yell over my machine. Right. Next up, I'm just pulling the pieces from the top, so I'm not actually doing this in any real order. I also didn't have yellow thread, so we have to go with white. But it's not that noticeable, really. Against the yellow, the white's not that bad. It's more like a burnt yellow, almost. But the buttons work perfectly, which I'm very excited about. So this is a great throw it on, pop down the market, pop down the beach, run around and do your shopping dress. You just pull it on and do up like 2 buttons. It's been a bit cold to wear it lately because it's been winter with a top of 13 degrees, but spring hit today and it's a good sign that it's going to be 21 today. So I am fully embracing the warmth, or pretending to. Now I use a magnetic pin cushion. If I didn't use a magnetic pin cushion and I wanted a normal one, I would make it myself and fill it full of steel wool so it sharpens my pins every time I stab them in. Ooh, canning food. I wish I could get into the whole food thing. I just hate dishes too much. I can cook. I can bake. I hate the dishes that go with it, so I don't do it often. So I am pinning one side, and then I'll come back and put the other side on, because we all know that I find it easier to do it this way. So I'm going to build the collar and then set it aside and go back to the dress. The dress also has gathering. You guys seem to love the way I gather, so we're doing that again today. And there. So now that I've got that one on, I'm going to flip it over, grab the other one, and add it in. And this is literally the way I do it on or off camera. Some things I don't pin, some things I do. This is one of those things that I do. So your pin cushion, even if you buy a pin cushion, you can just like open it a bit, pull the stuffing out, and then go fill it full of steel wool, and then sew it back up. If I were to make a pin cushion, I think it would be some kind of like voodoo, weird looking thing. Just because I think that'd be really cool. But I like my magnetic one because I don't actually have to stab them in. You just drop it and it catches because it's a magnet. I have a dishwasher, to be fair, right? I do have a dishwasher. But I hate dishes that much. Morning, Amanda. A magnetic tray would work. You can also, if you've got like cool, like china dishes, like a, you know, like a ceramic-y, china-y, old school plate that you pick up from the op shop, just underneath it, stick a really powerful magnet, it would do the same thing. Alright, let's do this. So I am now going to do the collar band, or whatever it's called. I also have to keep an eye on my bobbin though, because I know I am getting close to running out of bobbin. And yes, I sew over my pins. I know a lot of people don't like doing it. That's your choice. No judgment here. I used to not sew over them and then I got lazy. Pretty much how that happened. And backstitch. Bowls work too. You can use anything for a pin cushion, really. I need my zigzag scissors, or my pinking shears. These ones are Fiskars, for anyone that hasn't seen me use them before. They are expensive, but I bought them at a 40% off sale at Spotlight. And I have to admit, they are definitely better than my other ones. The Semco ones at Spotlight are terrible. Don't even waste your time. You take them back because they don't cut fabric. If you don't want to spend the money on the Fiskars ones, get the Triumph ones. They lasted me 2 years pretty well. These, I reckon, will last me, you know, till the end of time. And they're spring-loaded, so they don't hurt my hand as much. Hi, ATL lady. So this machine is a TY400G. It's mechanical. It is nothing fancy at all. So there's my collar done, by the way. So I can put that bit aside. Next bit. Oh, here we go. We're up to the front. This one looks like it's got darts in it. So I'm going to flip them over on the wrong side. And I'm going to take my erasable marker and mark the dart on. Yeah, so all my Fiskars scissors are the spring-loaded versions because they don't hurt my hand as much. And because I sew for a living and do a crap ton of sewing, these are a bit tight still. I have to loosen them. But they are spring-loaded so that they don't hurt my hand. Whoever just private messaged me, I'm very sorry, but I can't see it right now. And at the top, I always put a cross. I find it easier, and then you can draw the lines if you want to. I don't. I'm literally just going to pinch it together and sew it, but each to their own. I love my scissors, but I find that these aren't good with cutting lots of layers. So when I'm making a bag and I'm trying to trim off around a curve to make it less bulky, I prefer my Class A scissors because they are tougher, I guess. But cutting all day with Class A scissors gives me blisters. So I literally switch between the two because of how much sewing I do. Now, I'm not saying you need to go out and buy 2 pairs of scissors. I'm just giving you my very unprofessional opinion. Alright, so I've marked the darts with this so I can put it away. Hi, April. Alright. So I keep all my patterns in this, and then I put this in a filing cabinet, and I put them in brand and number order, like you see in a shop, because obviously it works for them, so it works for me, and I have way too many patterns. Oh, also, if you are following along in my Facebook group and you saw that I really, really wanted to make a swimsuit, I'm going to. I couldn't find an exact pattern for the one that I liked, so I just bought it. I found it cheaper than the website it was currently on. I think I got it for $15. But I will be making a swimsuit. I just need to find fabric that's appropriate for it. So I'm just sewing in a straight line up to my X. I always try and keep my finger on my X. Oh, and they're bomb testing today, so I apologize right now. I just heard it then. It has begun. Bye, Suzette. Thank you for popping in. Don't be afraid to use your stuff. You buy it to be used, use it. Enjoy it. Like fabrics. Yes, they're fun to look at and they're your favorites and you're scared to use them. But on the other hand, wouldn't it be so much more exciting if you could turn it into like your new favorite bag? Don't be afraid to use your fabrics. Oh, damn it. Nah. Run out of bobbin. That's right, made another one. Hi, Linda. So long as you look after them, they'll stay like new for a long time. I feel like that still counts. Use your nice stuff. Use your favorite vinyl. I am hoarding nothing anymore. I am pruning through all the fabrics that I bought to do all the stuff I wanted to do. This dress was one of them. I couldn't decide if I wanted it, like what type of dress I wanted this to be. I definitely wanted a long one. This fabric was originally actually going to be a jumpsuit, but I changed my mind into this because this is fabulous. But you could quite easily make this as a halter neck jumpsuit because I Frankenstein the pattern. You just go and get a high-waisted jumpsuit bottom half and make that. That would also be cool. If you work in an office, make it out of like navy or black, and then you've got office wear that's fabulous. Right, darts, done. Next bit. This is my back piece. You always make me want to go and sew. That's the point. That's why I'm here. Be inspired to sew because I'm inspired to sew. I've got 3 backpacks to sew, 5 shirts to embroider, and 3 Christmas ornaments to embroider. Why don't you put the embroidery machine on the background while you watch me? Then you get stuff done and it's still fun. Everyone's a winner. Okay. Front band, that's for that. All right, so I'm going to take my back piece and attach the front pieces. So I want this one. Right sides together. And I'm going to attach the sides. I have a lot to do. I have got 5 things on my order board, plus my mum's clothes, plus I have to finish writing the pattern. I'm definitely a month late with this month's pattern. It's only like halfway done. I'm getting there. I also have to do and write the pattern for the subscription box because I want to get that out before Christmas. I have so much stacking up against me, but meh, no point in stressing about it. It'll get done when it gets done. I also need to figure out what Christmas presents I'm making this year, and I have to make our tragic matching Christmas outfit. So every year, I have decided that my husband, my child, and myself will wear tragic matching outfits. So I go and buy some kind of weird Christmas fabric and make an outfit. Usually I only get like 1 wear out of it, so I tend to buy at the end of the season when all the fabric's really cheap, because I don't care if I'm a season behind. And I make something ugly, tragic, and Christmassy. So the boys usually get a shirt or shorts, and then I do a jumpsuit or a skirt or a dress. Oh, this one has pockets. I forgot this dress has pockets. That's exciting. Do I sew it at the shoulder already? I think I do. Hasn't got lining in it. Yeah, all right. So we're going to sew the shoulder as well. My husband doesn't get a choice. Not even going to lie. He does not like wearing it. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. He doesn't like doing it, but I make him. Because Jesse enjoys it and I enjoy it, and so he has no choice but to suffer through it. Although, usually he does wear his Christmas shirt when he goes out for Christmas, like Christmas drinks with the boys or whatever. Because they usually have to do like ugly sweater contests. I think it's fabulous. So this year, I got this weird Christmas llama fabric. It's going to be great. So, waterproof canvas will be up on Sunday, along with I bought a lot of vinyl. Like, there's 2 packages of vinyl on my floor, because it wouldn't all fit in one. So I will have vinyl, I will have waterproof canvas, and I will be putting up Billy 50's patterns on the website. I'm going to do that too. That's supposed to be something I'm doing today as well. So all her patterns will be available through my website. I will also have to go through all of the videos and update where to buy the pattern, but that includes the combi van and the zip around wallet and all the things you guys have been after. I spoke to her on the phone yesterday, so she's going to send me all the stuff I need in the next couple of days, and I will put them all up. So Billy's 50s patterns will now be available in my website on Sunday at the same time as all the vinyl and all the waterproof canvas. I have a lot to do this week. That needs overlocking as well, so it's going over there. I'm trying to do as much not overlocking, and then I'll go and overlock and then come back. If you're wondering why I'm doing it like this, usually I pause the video and go and do it, but I'm just not. She's okay. She has been a bit unwell. She's too unwell to keep up with her website and emails and everything. So if you have been emailing her, you may as well just email me, because she's not going to respond. She's not there. Is this the front or the back? I kind of need to know that. This one's the front. Okay. So the overlocking, I can probably swivel my camera if you want to watch my overlocker. It is an industrial one. It goes very, very fast. It has a rotary motor. I didn't bother to upgrade it because it doesn't bother me. I only upgraded the motor on this to the non-rotary one because it was whirring in my videos. Otherwise, I would have left it. It didn't actually bother me, but it did bother the videos, which is the only reason I've upgraded. So we're going to have pockets. So let's do pockets because I love pockets. Everyone loves pockets, don't they? Yes. But yeah, so Billy 50, she's around. She's also going to release another pattern, people. I told her, she made it already, and I told her she has to go and write it. Apparently, I'm just telling people what to do now. So she's going to write the other pattern that she has done. It's a backpack, and then it has like a cool little add-on mini bag that clips onto the front of it. It's very cute. So she's going to write a pattern for that. So that will be coming. You need to have pockets on a dress. I feel like it's the done thing. So I have made this dress already and I love it. And it's great with, like, I've got a big, like, straw-looking hat. It's probably fake straw, let's be honest. But this dress is, like, super summery and casual. And it's easy to dress. And it has pockets. You can add pockets to anything. I might do a video one day where I take something that doesn't have pockets and add pockets into it. It can be done. Right, so that's the front. It's going to get gathered. See, look how big it is. More pockets. And I'm adding all my pieces into here so I don't lose them because I hate having to recut pattern pieces. I mean, it's worse if you guys cut your original and then lose them, but it's still annoying to have to recut. So these have both been cut on the fold. So they're twice as big as the pattern piece. Hi, Marion. I do love pockets. And look, then that's all the pieces. Yay! Well, nearly, except for the band. I'll do that in a minute. And you can make this dress longer if you want it longer. I don't mind this particular dress being a bit shorter. Suits me. But you can just add a couple of inches to the bottom of the skirt if you wanted to make it longer and have it below the knee. And thank you. I do love my dress so much. And the back, I ironed it. See? So it looks fabulous now. I actually ironed it for this video because, you know, I figured you guys would all be staring at it. It is so comfy. I want to make another one. I do. I just need to go and buy, you know, 3 meters of... Well, actually, I don't need 3 meters. I probably need 2.5 of rayon in a color that I like. I don't want to do another green one. I want to do maybe yellow or blue. Or get like a crazy tropical print. That'd be fun too. Now you'll also notice I am actually stopping a little bit before the end of the pocket. About 1/2 inch. It's going to make it easier to sew later. So I leave a little bit so that I can get to it, just so you know. What material is this? So this is a lawn cotton. So it's just a really lightweight cotton. Again, clearance fabric, like everything. I basically live on clearance tables. Because I make so many clothes, it would cost me a fortune if I was always shopping, you know, in the full price section. So I think this fabric was about $5 a meter. I basically bought 3 meters of all of them. So I've got another 2 lots, but I'm going to do a different dress out of it. So So I did a green dress in this before, so which is why we're doing a yellow one today. And then I've got some other fabrics that are going to do other stuff. All right, I am up to the overlocking part of my day. So we're going to take our snips. I am going to pivot you so that you can see my overlocker, but I'm going to have my back to you because I just am. And then I just chain stitch these like I do everything else. And I'm just overlocking every seam that I have done. Now another option is that you could pre-overlock all your pieces and then do them that way. You always have to leave a tail. If you've never used an overlocker before and you're going to get one, you always leave a tail. And basically all the overlocker's doing is making it machine washable. So that otherwise you'd have to hand wash it or it would fray a lot. There's that one done. Now I do the pocket bit, and then when I get to the end of the stitching, I'm just going to veer off. So I stitch down and veer off like that. And that way, where the pocket is going to be overlocked as well, so that there is literally no parts that don't have overlocking. And then we get to the end and veer off. And this is why I do it all at once, and then I can turn around and come back. That bit was stuck. So you can get in there and clean it. This whole bit kind of swings open. I don't really play in there very often though. Technically I can make this. This is a 5-thread overlocker, which means technically if I wanted to, I could make it sew and overlock at the same time. But it's not as durable as a sewing machine, in my opinion, so I just don't. But like garments made in China, this is the machine they use, so it will sew and then overlock at the same time. Alright, so that's all the bits overlocked. What did I miss? Okay. All the bits are overlocked. So now we're going to come back to here. Don't be scared to use your overlocker. They are great. If you make a lot of like knit tops and stretchy stuff, you can literally make the whole thing on an overlocker. My overlocker is just industrial because it goes fast. Whatever floats your boat, really. You also need to trim off all the tails too. I only go fast because I'm used to playing with that. So don't be intimidated. It also goes really fast. It's very hard to get it to go slowly. No, take it out and use it. All of my machines get used. All of them. Don't leave it in the box. It's not going to teach you anything in the box. Now I'm going to do like a double rolled hem on my sleeves now that I've overlocked it, just to get them done and out of the way. But don't not play with your toys. It's like the whole point of getting them. Don't start the machine. As you can see, I'm eyeballing this, but after a while you get really good at it. Ooh, that's a big knot. Why did I put my snips? Back on the magnet where they live. Funny about that. It's protected by No, don't be protected from the dust. Stick it on a bench. Play with it. You might be surprised. You might secretly really, really love it. And a lot of overlockers these days, you can take off the cutty part so that you can hem the bottom of stuff. All right. One sleeve with a hem. Most of them have like a cheap dust cover inside them. I love my overlocker. I don't really need an industrial one for how often and how much I use it. I could probably get away with just having a normal domestic one. But to sell that and buy a domestic would actually cost more than keeping it. So I'm just keeping it. And the table also doubles as a storage place for all of my cam presses, which I like. Otherwise I have to go and buy another table, which would be annoying. Exactly. Why get rid of something that works perfectly fine? Like my machine, my green machine. I will not get rid of that until the day it no longer works. And even then, I could probably get it fixed. Where is my top? No. Here we go. Right. We can probably put the sleeves in now while we're here. So, right sides to right sides. And I always line up that seam. You want it to be like a consistent seam underneath. That way. So I'm going to push the seams opposite, but you have to check with the sleeve first because that one's permanently in place, whereas the other one's still flexible. And then I'm going to put 2 pins to hold them down the way they need to be. So my industrial overlocker, I bought secondhand for I think $400. You can find them online all the time. Like if you went on Marketplace on your phone right now, I'm pretty much guaranteed to find one. There's heaps in Melbourne. I have so many toys. I need to stop buying toys. I can't help it though. I like what I like. And I use all my stuff. Because I do videos, you guys, I prove to you that I use all my stuff. But none of it is brand new at all. All my machines, except for my iron, everything else is secondhand. Like my whole sewing room. New doesn't always necessarily mean better. I mean, yeah, no. Nothing, none of my machines are brand new, first owner to me. Not even my scan and cut machine. That was secondhand. That was an ex-demo, and I was the one that used it all the time as a demo. So we got plenty of use. So I don't pin all of my sleeves. I don't know if you can tell. I'm using my fingers to push it as a 3D object. Take those pins out now. Trim the tail while I'm here. Yeah, I don't buy new cars either. It's a waste of money for me personally. I'm not that into cars. Is my main thing. I buy new fabric straight from a shop. Although I also sometimes buy fabric from op shops. Just depends on what I can find. Alright, one sleeve is in. You just want to go around and make sure there's no pulls. But my sleeve is fabulous with 3 pins because I don't like pins. I find that I'm more likely to get a pinch if I use pins in a sleeve than if I don't. So I don't. It's just my personal thing. Alright, next sleeve, line up the bottom seam and flip that over like that. So you have the sleeve right sides out and then the other part inside out because you want to sew with the sleeve part on top. And then I just need to find halfway the middle point of the sleeve, make a little clip, and then stick it at the top. So if you live in a hot climate, this fabric would be perfect. It's like poplin, but way thinner. Like way thinner. It's going to be light and airy and flowy. And I'm pretty sure I'm moving very, very tropical next year. So this will be perfect to just pop down the street in. It's lightweight, but it's not see-through, which is another thing I do like too, because I hate having to line stuff. It's like twice as much sewing. Which is why you never see me sewing lace, because you basically have to make 2 dresses to make 1 dress. Procrastination is definitely a killer. I'm guilty of it. I should have written that pattern already. The bag is made, but what I've hit a snag. I basically have to make another bag to take the photos because I've missed some of the photos for the pattern. So I have to go make another bag and I just haven't had time to do it yet. But I have cut out the bag for the video because I'm using that Killer Psycho teddy bear fabric. And I'm going to put that Care Bear with the knife on it, because that's just, it's what I've always envisioned that fabric being. And then I reckon I'll have enough left over from my 1/2 meter to do a strumpet wallet that matches. But I am procrastinating because I have to cut out another one to take photos, and I just haven't. Partly because I have no empty tubs, and I don't like to have more stuff around than the tubs. I feel like 10 cut things is probably enough. Which is why this week is all about all the clothing, so that I can get the clothing out of the tubs. Overlocking, but I can do that at the end. You also want to go around and make sure there's no pinches in your sleeve. And there's not, and it's fabulous. Oh yeah, I have a sewing group. If you guys have Facebook, come join me. There's a lot more updates on there than there is on here. And sometimes I let you guys pick what I'm making in the group. In a perfect world, I need to iron this, by the way. You should iron this. I'm clearly not, but I should. So it needs to go. We're basically making double folded tape. So that's half. And then both edges go into the center. And this is your button placard bit. This is where your buttons will go. You could interface it, but then that would make it really stiff compared to the rest of the fabric that I'm using. So I'm not going to do that. So yes, this is an elastic waisted dress with buttons. So this is the button bit. And again, this would be quicker if I got up off my butt and went to the iron. But the iron is neither on nor near me. And so I'd be disappearing for a while. And I can't do it here. I don't have a towel to use as an ironing board. Whoops. That nearly went on the floor. The positive side is this stuff's really easy to crease. The downside is this stuff's really easy to crease. So it will constantly need ironing every time I want to wear it. But I don't mind, really. So this bit now goes on here. To the edge. Like this. Shove it on. And top stitch it down. And voila! Button placard. It is that easy. I'm sadly facing autumn. Yeah. But that's alright. That means like cute jackets and stuff. Although I did not dress up this winter. To be fair, I didn't really go anywhere either. Yes, this is exactly like double folded binding. It's just not cut on the bias. I wasn't sure if I was meant to or not. I tend to not anyway. You could if you've got like a cool tartan checkered pattern, because it'd make it like on the angle, but meh. Does the job. And I'm going to stitch both edges because that will be better for my ironing later on. How's Knuckles? Knuckles is on my bed again. He's alright. I took him to drop Jessie off at daycare or kinder this morning. So he's pretty happy he got to go for a little mini walk. And I say mini walk because the kinder's 2 houses down from where I live. Like literally. There's one house next to me, a road, and then the kinder. So it's not a very long walk for him, but he still enjoys the fact that I take him. Gets his tail all curly and happy. I said his name and he didn't come, so clearly he doesn't plan on getting off the bed right now. Oh yeah, I did a hoodie pattern. You could totally make hoodies. And high-waisted pants, which is one of the videos I was hoping to do this week. I've got to do a jacket and a high-waisted pants, but I don't know if I'll get another 3 videos or 2 videos done in one day that I've got left to record them because I don't have time to do a second one today. I'm doing stuff. So I'm just going to top stitch around this. Woo! It's alright, didn't snap a needle. We're fine. Hear that? That's bombs or guns or I don't even know anymore. I don't ask. It's not like they warn me. They just do what they want. I don't know if you can hear. Can you hear that? There you go. That one rattled my window. Surely you can hear that in the video. So I'm going to top stitch the other side just for prettiness. You don't have to. Well, there you go. So you can hear it. So this is just... Usually I drown it out with music. But if I did that, you wouldn't be able to hear me talk. So we don't do that. I own more hoodies than anything in my wardrobe. I own more shirts. I have made so many shirts recently. One day, I'm going to do a let's go through my wardrobe and show you all the stuff I've made. It's most of my wardrobe, to be honest. So I live on an army base, so they're just practicing. I'm not in a war zone. Nothing's coming to hurt me. It's just they're practicing. And it's not just down the road. It's like 5 to 10 kilometers away. It's just really loud. I live at like the dip of a mountain, so we hear everything here. I'm not in danger though, so don't stress. I'm fine. This is a normal occurrence in my life. I will not miss it when I move. It'd be cool if they'd let me go and watch. I'm not allowed to go and watch, and that's the bit that gets me. Apparently they used to do like an open day style where you could book in and they'd take you and you stand on a bit and they go and do like a demo, but COVID got rid of that, like everything else. You know what, I'll probably take the pins out now. Right, button placard, done. Pretty sure that's not the way meant to sew it on. I'm pretty sure you're meant to sew it and then around and then sew it again, but I like my way better. So we're starting to look like a glorious, cute little top. See? It's fabulous. You could actually make this as a bolero if you wanted to. You just hem the bottom and voila. It's very cute. You could even put binding along the edge so you don't make it any shorter. That would be adorable. Right. We're going to put this on. I'm doing the skirt last because it's the heaviest part. So I'm going to add the collar and make the whole top half. Pretty much where we're going with that. She made one a while ago. So this is the same dress I made a while ago. This is the same pattern, just in a different color. I only do lives of stuff I've already done because sometimes I get really sidetracked talking to you. You could just zigzag the edge. Most overlockers have an overlocking stitch. So if you get out your instruction book, they will have one that they're calling overlocking. And yes, I am still in lockdown. I have been down in lockdown for 261 days since the first lockdown to now. We've had little breaks in between, but lots of lockdown where I live. Lucky me. So lockdown means I can't pop down to the shop to get zips or fixings or anything because all the shops are shut. So I literally am just using what I've got, which is why you're going to see a lot of stuff with buttons. Because I have lots of buttons, thanks to my mother. She gave me a tub full, and I'm not even kidding. And they are in all colours. Right, so right sides to right sides. We're going to pin this. I don't pin many things, but we are going to pin this. You have more. I don't need more buttons. Seriously. Seriously. Ugh. Ugh. I feel like that is probably enough buttons. No word of a lie. They're not all full, but they've all got at least 1 to 3 garments per tub. So I feel like that is definitely enough buttons for me. But I have something to go with everything, so that's kind of cool. So if anyone needs buttons and you can't find what you're looking for, let me know. I can probably hook you up. I have a lot of buttons. But I have got a circle skirt pattern that has a buttoned placard front thing, so I want to make that. I just need to pick a fabric and make sure I've got enough of it. But yes, I have a lot. I have a lot of everything in this room, and that's the problem. Which is why I'm trying to get through all of this stuff so that I have less of everything in this room. You think that's bad? You should see how much embroidery thread I have. It's outrageous. Which is why I'm trying to do a lot of embroidered bags to get rid of it. Do I get groceries delivered? No, I'm allowed to drive to the grocery store because I'm on an army base. I'm not actually sure if I can get them to delivered because I don't know if they can get on. So I shop at Aldi and just pack it myself. Works out way cheaper, just for anyone that's interested. That is the one thing I will miss when I move is Aldi. Yeah, Mum used to have a craft shop where she sold all the buttons and stuff. And I didn't even take them all. I only took, like, the biggest style buttons. She kept all the smaller ones. She's got way more than me. I only took the ones I think I would use on some clothing, so. This bit always takes the longest because there's so much pinning. So much pinning. Do we have a base commissary? We have like, it's kind of like a milk bar. So they've got like essentials. So if I needed something, and they're open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. So if it gets to like 7 o'clock and I'm like, oh no, I need to do some washing. They have like washing power and stuff like that. It's just like a milk bar or a corner store. But the closest town to me is about 8 kilometers. So technically I have to go further than 5 kilometers from my house to go shopping. But we're in the country and nobody questions you. I've never been pulled over and be like, why are you out of your house? I also don't go often, so that could be another reason why. The base store is definitely more pricey than going to like a supermarket. But sometimes it's just convenient because I don't want to drive all that way for one thing. So I will just go there for what I need. I don't do it often though. I go there more for like my morning energy drink, which today I have a giant one because I have a giant list of crap to do. Which is fine. So I'm sewing the collar band to the top half of the dress. And then I'm going to sew the front to the back, and then we are going to do some gathering. Yoink. So this is just like making a shirt. It's just a really short shirt. I have too much stuff, which is why I'm trying to get my fabric stash down. I have not bought myself new fabric in a long time, actually. I don't even look on the Spotlight website. It helps that I'm in lockdown because I can't see it. But I am actively trying not to buy more fabric. So even though I want to make another one of these, I will not buy this fabric until I am through all the other fabrics that I want to get through. Because I still have another 2 or 3 3-meter lots of fabric like this. So I'll just make a different style dress. Or I could make this into one of these. Or whatever I'm going to do. I also try and do a lot of different styles so that you guys get to see me do a video on them all. I just really like this dress, which is why it's alive. No, ours is definitely not cheaper. It does have a bottle shop as well, though, which is convenient to the guys after work. It's not cheaper. It's just convenient because it's 900 meters from my house. So I'll take the dog for a walk and go get myself, like, you know, a lolly or a Red Bull or whatever. I did quit Red Bull for a while. And I switched to Coke no sugar. But I don't know. I'm back on Red Bull now. It helps me to focus. Even though I ramble and talk a lot, I'm also hyper-focused on tasks when I drink Red Bull. And in a perfect world, I will cut out another bag to finish my pattern this week. Probably not today. There's way too much going on today. When doing this as well, always put your pins from the fold and then point them up. It holds it better. I have 5 patterns in my head. Well, had. 3 of them, well, 1 of them is half written, but I've made one. I'm going to do a really cool overnight bag. That is cut out but not sewn. And then I have the pattern that I've decided for the subscription box, which is nothing. It's not anything at the moment. But I have officially decided that is exactly what I'm going to do. So the subscription box is going to teach you quilting of vinyl, piping, and box corners. And it's just going to be something cute, adorable. Why not overlock the seams when the piece is flat and easy to serge? Because my overlocker cuts as well, and I don't want to be able to see stuff. And I don't like the way that sews. I only like the way it overlocks. So I could rethread that as a 5-thread machine and do it all, but I don't like how it happens. So the subscription box will come out once I've written the pattern. I have also decided that you're not all going to get exactly the same thing. So you're all going to get the same pattern, but I'm just going to put miscellaneous random colored vinyls and hardware together, and hopefully no two will be the same, because I think that'd be way more fun. So some people will get rose gold, some people will get rainbow, some people will get silver, and then all of those will go with like purple and orange and red and yellow and brown, and just, I want to make them so when everybody's made one, they're not going to look super identical, and it's not just the same bag, because it's going to be the same bag, but in all different colors. And I just thought that would be really fun to do, so that's what I'm going to do. For this particular one, anyway. And you won't be able to request the color. I'm literally going to make them up and close them so I can't see what I'm sending you. And as you purchase them, I will just do the stickers and off we go. Literally how it's going to work out. It's going to be great. So I won't know what anyone's getting, but I will pre-cut and do them all. There will only be probably 20 available because I don't want to have too many left over. And then the pattern will come out a couple of months after that for those that want to purchase the pattern. They will be able to be shipped internationally, but I'm telling you now, postage is going to suck because I am not in control of that. I know some other people do subscription boxes. I'm also going to, I don't know what lining I'm going to put. This is the main thing, because they're all going to be different. I need something like neutral. Or I could just go through my stash and put things that match. That could be kind of fun. You guys will just get random linings out of my stash. Or I could do waterproof lining. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see what I decide. Oh, right. So I've top stitched that because I want it to be pretty. And I always top stitch the whole way around because, again, it's going to be pretty. Ta-da! So that's like the top half done, minus the buttons. We'll do the buttons at the end. Oh. Yeah, unfortunately, shipping is insane. But I now have, everywhere that you guys have requested that I put the shipping on, it is on there. So it will just depend on how much it weighs. And I obviously haven't weighed it because I haven't made it yet. So we'll see. And there won't be a physical copy of the pattern. That will be downloaded when you purchase the thingo. I forget which one's the front and which one's the back. I knew that was going to happen. Damn it. I think that one's the back. Whatever. So we're going to stitch the sides together and around the pocket. Move on to the bottom half of the dress, which I'm probably going to have to look up because I know at some point I have to put elastic in the back and I don't quite remember where. Front's gathered, elastic in the back. That's all I remember. I haven't made this in a while. We can't expect my brain to remember everything. So we'll be overlocking this too. Yeah, shipping's definitely not great. I still also have cut out the, what have I got going on? I've still got Harmony by Shambhala that I really want to do the video on. Again, it's just a time thing. I will get there. I've also got some new patterns. Everybody that has sent me a pattern saying please do a video, I promise I'm trying to get there. I need empty tones. I need more time in my day too. Because of lockdown, Jessie only goes from basically 9:15 to 2:15 every day. I dropped him off a little bit earlier today because of the video, but he doesn't have the before and after kinder care at the moment because of lockdown. So it gives me like this much time to get this much done. Pin this if you want to, but as you can see, meh. It's a pocket, doesn't matter if you get it wrong. Sides are going to be gathered, again, doesn't matter if you get it wrong. I can hold this up again. So it's basically a shirt, but a short one that we're then going to attach the bottom to. I think it's fabulous. Just still needs buttons. It's a cute colour too. It's like I like yellow. I actually have, it's 2 or 3 yellow dresses out of exactly the same fabric. I just made them all different because I got some really cheap sateen in yellow when it went discontinued. So I bought the rest of the roll, which was like 5 or 6 meters or something ridiculous. So I've made a lot of dresses just in one color. Oop. See that? I was too busy watching the screen. Totally just veered off what I was doing. Let's try that again, shall we? Alright. That needs overlocking. It's obviously way too big. And then we're going to check the instructions for the back elastic bit because I don't remember what to do. Oh. This won't take long. So we're going to go around the pocket. You could also, again, zigzag it if you want to. I clearly don't want to, and I forgot the snips. Snipper snips. Sateen is a stretch cotton. So it's got like 15% elasticity in it, but it's essentially just mainly cotton. And it's thicker. I have a lot of it, actually. It makes really nice structured dresses. If you know who Gertie is, she does a lot of sateen prints. Because they're thicker and more structured cotton. Well, I'm modelling this one today. I probably won't model this one because it would require me having to get into my underwear. And I have no bra on under this, so we're not going to do that. Do you overlock every seam? I do, yes. Because it makes it machine washable. Except I didn't do the sleeves because I did a double rolled hem. I'm too lazy to French seam because it's twice as much sewing. Let's check the instructions because I don't know what I'm doing anymore. We just need the second page. Is this one? What's this one? What do we got? It's just how to cut it. I never read them. If I follow them, it takes more fabric than the way I do it, usually. Okay. Here we go. So I've got to gather it. And then put elastic in the back. But that's what I thought. I'll just do it my own way. Screw the pattern. Who needs a pattern? Ugh. I have rolls. I buy elastic in rolls now because this is also good for elastic hairbands for when I want to do scrunchies, which I really wish I had enough fabric to make a scrunchie out of this. It would be fabulous. Or button earrings. This would be fabulous in button earrings, but I'm pretty sure I don't have any scraps left, which is a bugger. I always wear mine. People say they want, but have no interest. I wear a boring black mask at the moment. I did get sent one. It's in the wash. It's got skulls on it. It's very cool. All right, let's do our elastic gatheringness. We're up to the gathering, people. So I'm going to go from seam to seam, and I'm going to gather it half at a time because, again, I find that easy. You could do scrunchies out of hair ties. That makes sense. I do not mess with the tension on the machine. I just like to point that out. I know a lot of people used to make it like really loose, really long. I don't mess with the tension. The tension stays the same. I just make the stitch length longer. I'm going to do it half the time because it's going to be easier. Down, single thread, and back the other way. I wear a different mask for each place I go. Oh yeah. I don't really go. I don't even leave my house every day. I wash mine once every couple of days because if I am wearing it, it's never more than 10 minutes and it's usually just to daycare and back. If I go into town, like today, I'll come home and then I'll wash it. But generally speaking, meh. I don't go anywhere. And I stay outside in the fresh air. So at daycare, I'm not actually allowed in the building. They come out and collect the children. So, eh. All right, that is one done. Where am I? Here I am. I'm not gathering the pocket. I'd also like to point that out. So I'm skipping this bit. That's the pocket. That'll get put on later. We've been wearing masks consistently for like a year here. It's not fun. Another reason I don't go out often. I don't enjoy wearing masks. I know they're a necessity and I do it. I'm not the one of those people that just refuses, but it also makes me stay home more because I don't want to. I should have made this on my industrial. This is taking too long. I also know a few of you have asked me to make bags on this machine. This is not a bag making domestic machine, which is why I don't do it. My embroidery machine over here, if I converted that back to a sewing machine, I could probably make bags on that one. This one's not designed for it. Not every machine can make everything you want. This is, I've literally got it set up just, I mainly bought it for buttonholes, but I make domestic, like clothes on it. The downside is that it's a lot slower and it annoys me sometimes. Oh, we nearly at the end. Excellent. So this is a lawn cotton. So it's just a really lightweight, it's like lighter than poplin, which is polished cotton. That's what that stands for. So poplin is a tighter weave than quilting cotton, and it's thinner because it's been polished on top, hence why they call it poplin. And then this is just a lighter version of that. Okay, that's not the end I want. This is the end I want. So I want to gather this. Oh no, that makes sense because the back will be bigger. Yep, all right. My brain was having a moment then. I'm like, how is this going to work? But it will. Because the back is bigger to allow for the elastic. So I just have to gather them to each side. Now this looks like the back. I always clean while I cook. Yeah, I don't clean while I bake though. I mean, it sounds cool in theory, but I'm too busy baking. And even while it's like in the oven actually cooking, that's still waiting till the end of the baking part to do the dishes. It still takes forever. All right. So I'm now just sliding down the gathers. Pull a chunk. Oh, that was probably too much. We should really check that. Right, so I am now going to take this and I'm working on the back. So I'm going to go to the underarm seam and I'm going to pin it to here. What is a good embroidery software? Here's the big question. I still haven't purchased embroidery software for a couple of reasons. One, good software is insanely expensive to be able to digitize. And two, because if I purchase it, is it going to consume my life because I'm going to be obsessed with embroidery design? These are the two reasons why I'm still not purchasing it. I have embroidery like editing software. I got So What Pro, which is just a cheap one. And it does what I need for the most part. But actual designing pictures, I feel I know myself well enough to know that there's a good chance that once I purchase it, I will just be obsessed with doing it and will do nothing else. Does this back not need gathering? What is going on? So I'm now ungathering most of the stuff I've just done because it didn't need as much gathering as I thought. Because it's going to get gathered with the elastic, I guess. Either way, whatever. It's done. Ooh, cinnamon rolls. I'd be down for cinnamon rolls. Now I'm going to go to the bakery after here. You know that, right? When I go into town, I'm going to go to the bakery and get some kind of, you know, food. What I really love is vanilla slice. Just since we're now on the topic of food. Oh, I love a good vanilla slice. Which is weird because I actually hate custard, but I just love vanilla slice. Like, give me a bowl of custard and I will not eat it. Give me vanilla slice and I'm like, yes. Nearly finished. So there was only a very small amount of gathering on the back. I really should have paid attention to that before I started just yanking at it. But it's fine. It's fine. You know what else I love? And I've got them here. Chocolate-coated raspberry bullets. But no licorice ones. Has to be raspberry. Not weird at all. Okay, back is now attached. You want to tie off, rather than just cutting that, you want to tie it off in a knot so it can't come undone. Not that I think that it will. But, you know, whatever. Front half, let's do this. So this one will definitely be gathered more than the other one because, oops, with the front, what we're gonna do is kind of cross it over at that bit. So this, to make sure that it's going to join, we're actually going to join it like this, so that when you put your buttons on, is that the right way? Button through that side, this side on top. I always struggle with the button thing. Right, so I want it that way. So I'm going to pin it together so that they perfectly overlap. And that is now the space I have to gather it into. Because it's now joined as one, makes it way easier. And I'm just going to turn this whole thing inside out like that. And then that way it's easier to get to. I know it looks like a big mess at the moment. Just bear with me. Is it this bit? Or is it the other end? No, it's the other end. All right. So this also with the pocket, you want to kind of join this together because it's not part of your gathering, and it's going to sit against the front like that. So we kind of have to attach that as well. Like so, but I've already put gathers there, which is why it's okay to pin it. Same with this side, so put the pocket together and it's going to come to the front, but you can even just add a pin in so that you're not trying to gather that extra space, and then that will just sit on the front like that, but we still need to gather it to fit. So vanilla slice is like flaky pastry on the bottom and then a really thick gelatinous vanilla custard, and then it's got more pastry on top, and then it's got like a really smooth vanilla icing. Sometimes they do a passion fruit icing, which is amazing. But yeah, vanilla slice. So good. Definitely going to go buy one now as we keep talking about it. It's happening. Yes, like puff pastry. Exactly that. And it is so good. Ow. I just stabbed myself. That hurt. So I'm getting there with the gathers. I'm also trying to spread them out. I also need to do a little bit more. You want to try and get them even. And that's the bit that is also takes ages. And I'm stabbing the pin 3 times because it holds better. And then just spread out the gathers. I'm also pinning down the darts as I go. We're doing a lot of pinning. A lot of pinning. It's fine. The only thing I buy from bakeries is vanilla slice or hot jam donuts because they are both equally as awesome. Okay, so I'm going to stitch all the way around this. I'm going to put the gathers on the bottom. And I'm going to do the full seam allowance, which should be 5/8 of an inch. And then I'm going to stick an elastic into there because that'll fit. And then I'm going to overlock it shut. I'm just starting anywhere. I have no real plan where I'm starting, if I'm totally honest. Just, oops, and I need to go back to a joining stitch length, which I was not a second ago. You also want to try and take the weight off, or put the weight on the table, so most of the garment is not pulling while you're stitching. Readjust, go again. We're also sewing our pockets. You want them to be facing the front. I really hope I did that. I didn't really check, I just assumed I did. Otherwise your pockets will go like that instead of like that. It is a little bit important. I can unpick it if I have to, although I should be fine. I'm now at the front and center, so that's where that placard bit is. There goes the guns again. All right, so here's the other pocket, and it's not tucked under there. So I'm literally going to lift it up and shove it under and then stitch it down because it's important to have the pocket in there. And I know that that's the front because I just went over the placard bit. Voila! One pocket inserted. I'm also going to run over a little bit at the start because I had the wrong stitch length, and that will just, you know, appease me. And then back stitch. Now, passion fruit's the best if we're going with vanilla slice alterations. Passion fruit all the way. Just saying. Okay, so now all the pins are out. Technically, we're nearly done. So it should all be, look at that, fabulous. It's all gathered, it's looking good. So now I just need to get some elastic. And again, I'm going to measure it on me because I don't have the bit. So we just want to grab some elastic and measure from one side to the other. That's how much elastic I want because that's my professional measuringness. The pattern does have how much you need, but I'm not pulling that out for that. I never use a lot of this. Is going to last me forever. Okay, so now back on the inside outness. I want to put elastic from here to there. So I'm going to attach it to here and then it'll just be overlocked in. How clever is that? And we can go to, so stitch number 6 on here is a dotted zigzag. That is literally for attaching elastic. That's what that is designed for. So I'm going to use it on here. I'm just going to join the first bit down like that. And then I'm going to go to this seam and I'm going to pull this, maybe, so it's not twisted and it wants to go to that seam. So I just have to stretch it from there to there and then stitch it down. And this is how I'm attaching my elastic. Pull it to there, readjust, grab it about halfway. And then last bit there. Oops, missed. Can you see it's doing its zigzag thing? And backstitch just to lock it in. And voila! Look at that. So now I'm just going to, actually I can overlock that later. I'm going to hem it. Up to the hemming, which I'm going to do the same way I did the sleeves, which is eyeball a roll hem. We always get sidetracked in my videos. We always talk about something random. Always. I feel like it's just the natural progression of my show. Oh, look at me, I'm a show. Now, nearly, did you see that? I nearly did a zigzag along the bottom. Alright, roll hem, off we go. should get a dehydrator. When I buy a house, I plan on planning so many foods. It's gonna be great. It's always entertaining in my group. Yeah, somebody posted like a photo of an alligator in my group the other day. I was like, oh, whatever. Random. Random is pretty much my group. It's mainly sewing, but then sometimes stuff just creeps in and that's fine too. As long as it's not anything, you know, untoward. Rid of that overlocking thread. So we're halfway through the hemming of the bottom, which is great. So we're nearly done. This and some buttons and some more overlocking, but we're nearly there. Yay! Needle down. Home stretch. Get rid of that thread out of the way. And done. How big do I typically make my hems? That big? About ½ inch? About ½ inch. I can eyeball ½ inch. That's what I eyeball. So just do what you eyeball. That would be my life suggestion. All right, buttonholes. This is not a very good cage of holding stuff, just FYI. It's constantly dropping everything. Also, when we do my swimwear that I've decided I'm doing, when I find some swim fabric I like, we will be using a twin needle. That'll be something new to learn. Right. So, buttons. You need to grab one. The rest can stay in there. And we are going to measure out where we want our buttons. The buttonhole's going on this side. I went left over right. Oh, whatever. So, the first one I obviously want here. You also want to decide if you want to do vertical or horizontal buttonholes. That's also important to know. I'm going to do horizontal ones just to be different. So the first one I want here. I want it nice and near the top. So there. So I'm going to draw a line. Then I need a ruler and a lolly. I love bullets. Raspberry bullets are amazing. See, it come out again. It's like Houdini. Anyway. So, there is 11.5 inches. So I'm thinking if I do 2.5 or 3 inches. 3 inches between buttons. Like that. that one's going to be super hard to see because it's on the red bit. Of course it is. Again, they have the official measurements for this in the pattern, but as you can tell, I never used them. Right, so buttonhole foot, buttonhole. This back bit is adjustable. Now, if your machine's super old, you won't have this, but all new machines now come with a buttonhole that holds it like this. We're going to clip that foot onto the machine. Come on, don't miss. There we go. Right. My buttonhole on this is number 1. It only comes with 1 style buttonhole, but it's a 1-step buttonhole. So it's going to do all 4 sides of the buttonhole for me with minimal to no effort. It's always going to go back first. You also need to pull down this little doodad here and push it back. Now it's ready to go. So, I've got to put this behind the machine because it's going to go back first. You want to slide this up and in line. So on the foot, there's two lines that way to line it up and then 1 line in the center. So I'm going to line that up like so on here. And you work out how you're going to officially line it up and then you just put your foot down. Oh, no, hold on. You know what I forgot to do? A whole bunch of stuff. That was incorrect. We need to go to F over here. And I might crank that up to 3. That should be better. So ignore that line. That was incorrect. So, again, we're going to push it. We're going to shove it underneath. Sometimes you should test it, but I can't see any fabric around. Testing it is always a good idea, but whatevs. Alright, so it's going to do the end, then it's going to go down till it hits this bad boy. And then it's going to go the other way and come back up. And then it'll do the end for you. And then it's done. Ugh. All the way up. Trim it off. 1 buttonhole done. The rest I'm going to do vertically because I want to. So I'm going to line it up in the center of the placard thing. I'm going to get my line in the middle. I'm going to push that and then off it goes. New hands! Buttonhole. Push it back. Go again and again and again. Pushed. Done. Off we go. This is why I love this machine for the buttonholes. I love 1-step buttonholes. It requires no effort on my behalf. It makes me very happy. We go 1 more. Which is there. Push that back. Off we go. Actually a bit bummed I did a vertical one at the top now, but should be right. To cut them open, I use a blade. I also need to go and trim off all the tails going on. Now I could have done this in like a contrasting color, like a pink or a red, if I had the same shade that was in the dress and had them as like standout bits, but I don't have it, so that's why I didn't do it. So many tails. Trim them all off first so they don't get in my way. Cool. So now we can push that back up, drop the foot off, put all the settings back to normal. Voila. So I'm going to take the blade and then I'm going to put the sharp side up and I'm going to start at the back and push towards the other side. And you're going to do this really slowly because you don't want to actually cut the end. Some people put a pin in and use snips. You do whatever you want. This is how I like to do them. So we go in with the blade up and then just slowly saw back and forth. You don't want to apply too much pressure because you will slice through the end. Been there, done that. And then you have to hand sew the end, and nobody wants to do that. Then this one's vertical or horizontal, different way. Sometimes they do that on shirts. I did it to be cool. Whatever, it's fine. And then your button will go through the hole perfectly. See? Look at that. Ta-da! So apart from hand sewing the buttons, which I'm not going to do right now, and I have to overlock the end of everything because the arms and the waist need overlocking. But apart from that, the dress is done. I do hand sew the buttons. You can set this machine up to do it, but it's too much effort for me, so I just hand sew them. Works out quicker in the end. There's only 4 buttons anyway. But yeah, so that is the dress. It's adorable. And because of the elastic in the back, it's easy to get on. Yes, you just slide it over your head. I could probably put it on over the top of this one, if you want to see. Ugh. And then you just obviously need to do all the buttons. But that's really adorable. It's got just enough gather to be cute. And it's got a cute collar and ta-da! Just needs some buttons. And then again, this looks really cute with a waist belt. I own a lot of waist belts in a lot of different colors for this exact reason, because most of my dresses end up like this. But yeah, I thought that came out really cute. It is the second time I've done this pattern, but this was like a live chat along. But there you go. Easy on, easy off, straight over the head. It's a good throw-on dress, and it can be cute. And you can do like the top half and the bottom half in different fabric to make it look like a skirt and top set. Yeah. The top would definitely make like a cute little bolero jacket if you wanted like a little mini crop one. But that's it. Right, now I am off to do, I've got to go take the rugs off the horses and shopping. So I'm going to go in what I'm wearing. I just need to put some shoes on and probably the jacket because it's probably cold outside. But yeah, thank you for popping in, everybody. Tomorrow's video will either be my green jacket or my high-waisted button-up pants. I haven't decided yet. I might get both done if I have a good day. Who knows? Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Bye!